Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second video in this series of A Beginner's Guide to Rust. In the last video we built a little base in order to survive. If you remember, we found ourselves up at the top corner of the map here. We put a sleeping bag down, we killed somebody in the junkyard, took their gear. We then got killed by somebody who was fully geared, who left some of ours. We picked that gear up, we run over here and died to a boar. But then we actually managed to run back, kill the boars, and build a base. And so, here we are. Day 2. And what we need to do now, we have a wooden base. We talked about this in the last video. We need to upgrade it. Now, there's two things that we need to do here. The first is we need to obtain scrap. And the second is we need to upgrade our base. Now, we built an airlock, and that means that if someone was to camp our door, we wouldn't let them into our base. But they can get in there still quite quickly and quite easily. Then there's another base just here actually. And this base, it's empty. There's some stuff in here. We could actually take this. In fact, we're going to take that. And we're going to take that. Oh, we can take that as well. We can break that down. And a prototype pickaxe. Oh, interesting. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Some food. We'll take that as well. This is a workbench. We could actually pick this up and take this. That would be very helpful for us. In a normal situation, I would actually take this. I would take all of it. And this is just an example of some of the design skins. Some really cool stuff that you can build. Sleeping bags. You can really make this your own. And you can do this on the marketplace. And we'll talk about that later. All of the different skins and designs. I'm very excited to see the possibility of what can be done with this, and I think this is a lot of what the use case with what NFTs should be. Not the scams that we often see in the crypto space, but definitely with what NFTs can be, ownership of skins, designing, creating these and using them in the game, I think is great. Custom building all of these assets and then using them is exciting, and I like the concept of that. So here you can see somebody has a sleeping bag here. There's a box in there, but there's nothing in it. So that base has been abandoned, so that's okay. We don't have to worry about that. Looking at where we are, though. We want to head down towards the ferry terminal. So we're going to do that right now. So a couple of things. One, we want to upgrade our base. So we need some stone for that. So anytime we see stone, which is the white node, we're going to grab it. There's one right there. We've got our pickaxe. We're going to come across. We're going to take this. And we're going to use it to get as much stone as we can. Now, we was on our way to the ferry terminal. However, there is another stone node just over there in the distance. So we're going to go and grab that one. The key to this game is not to get greedy. If we go to the ferry terminal with 2,000 stone and we die, we've just lost all of that stone. So what we'll do is we'll run back to the base and drop this off. The key here is not to be greedy. Take a little bit, go back and bank it, and then go again. And that way, if you do get caught, and you will get caught. So not a case of if, I guess, but when you do get caught, if you die, you're not going to lose too much. If you stay out and you've got 10,000 wood on you, and you die, you're going to be really upset that you've lost it all. So maybe just get like a couple of thousand wood and go back. And that way, you'll be nice and safe. Alright, so what we're going to do now is take out the hammer and we're going to start upgrading. So we right click and we can upgrade to wood, which we've already done. So now we can upgrade to stone. So yes, that wood was wasted from before, but it allowed us to build that initial base. And I wanted to show you that. So now we're going to go to stone. We'll do the roof as well. And out here. And then the last piece which we need to do, but we can't do at the moment, is this bit here. So the way that we do this is we hold down E on the door and we unlock the door. We hold down E again and we remove the lock. Now when we open the door, we hold down E, we can remove the entire door. Now we have access to the frame. We can upgrade it to stone. And then we can put the whole thing back. A little bit frustrating, but at the same time, it is what it is. So that goes on. So does that. And we're done. Now we put the stone in here. Now we don't actually need much wood anymore. The only reason we need this is for the steps that are outside. And we're going to destroy those in a little while. So there's no wood in this base anymore. Apart from obviously the door as well. So that means the upkeep on this base is stone. Now it's 224 stone per day. We have 690. That means we can live in this base at the moment without any more resources for 3 days. And that's good. We also got a few things that we picked up here, so we're gonna drop these off. Now, there's some stuff that we don't actually want at the moment. So we don't want this, we don't want this. We're not gonna go and hopefully fight anyone, so we don't need the spear. We don't need the hammer, so that can stay here. All of the other stuff, we don't really want, we don't need it. I do want to be able to craft some tools, and we've got the resources to do that, so that's great. So what I want to do right now is take anything from these boxes that we don't need, and I want to go and get rid of it. We don't need that rope, so we can take that. We don't actually want that jacket either. But we will keep the gum for now, though. So we'll keep the gum. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head over towards that ferry terminal. So we've already checked out that base there. We know that base is abandoned. That's good. There's not really much else in this area. So we're going to go down now and head towards this ferry terminal. The key of what we're trying to do at this point is to gather as many resources as possible. Now there could be people here. It is possible. Hopefully there's not. Oh, there is. There is someone there. Now did he see me? I'm assuming he did. There is somebody else here. Right, they've just run through. So we can see them. They've got a spear. So they're definitely looking to fight. Or defend themselves at the very least. Okay, so we're waiting to see where they are. They're inside, we can hear them. They're breaking these down. That over there, that blue thing, is an NPC. We're not going to do anything with that at the moment. But we'll talk about it in a minute. So an NPC is a scientist in this game. I'm just listening. I'm trying to find out where that guy is. So the NPCs have guns and they will shoot at you. And we obviously don't want to get involved in that. And he doesn't drop a gun if we kill him. Now I want to know where this guy's gone. I'm just going to wait here for a minute. See if he comes back. I'm expecting him to use that recycler. Now, I don't know if he's friendly or not. And I also don't know if he lives in the area. It's very possible he's gone. But it's also possible he might have picked up a weapon. We simply don't know. This game is all about survival. That was a scientist shooting that guy. No, that was the guy shooting the scientist. He has a gun. He's going to come in a minute and recycle. We're going to run through here. We're going to hide in here. And we're going to wait quietly. In a minute, he will come in here and he will recycle his scrap. We're going to wait for that opportunity. And when he does, we're going to try and kill him. Here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, it could be an animal. Okay, so we're just going to wait. We know he's going to come back. He's going to have a lot of gear on him that he's going to want to recycle. So he's going to come and use that recycler. He's just doing the rounds. He's clearing everything. Which is kind of what I wanted to show you. But as someone else is doing it, we'll let him do it. And then we'll kill him. He's got a gun. He's obviously quite established. He doesn't know where we live yet. He might be friendly. But he might not. And we got an opportunity. So do we take it to get ourselves ahead? I can hear him. I don't know what he's hitting. Oh, just knocked a tree down. Okay. Here he comes. There he is. He's dead. Right. Now he obviously needs to buy. He's killed himself so he can respawn. We're not going to hang around. He must have a bag nearby. He must live nearby. Now we don't want to tell him where we live in case he can see us. So we're getting out. We were able to kill him. We were able to get our stuff. And we were able to get out. And now we're running in a direction that might not be obvious that it's where we live. Okay. Success. Now we need to figure out how to get up here so we can get back to our base and we can drop this stuff off. Now he's going to have seen it was us that killed him. So he's going to think we're an enemy now. Now he had some gear. He could have been playing for a while. He could be quite established. And he could be a problem for us. It depends. He could have been friendly. He was moving like he was a good player, like he knew what he was doing, he knew how to do it. There's a huge compound there, ridiculously huge compound there. Good to know. Alright, so we're just running around the back. We've gone the long way round. Boar there, but that's okay. Right, so the fact that that person killed himself tells me that he was respawning in his base, and there's a base over there, so I reckon he might be there. That might be his base. So we're just going to depot and dump everything here for now. Do the same with this stuff here. Alright. And then we're going to go back out. So we'll just take a few arrows on us. So now what we can do is go to contacts, scene, Astralax. That was not the person. No, that was someone else. Right, there is a base over here. It's very possible. It's fine. I don't want to kill him. It's very possible this could be his base. Let's see. Okay, there is a door on it. There's no one home. Difficult to know at the moment, but that could be his base. So this is an information game. It's really about understanding and knowing what people are going to do before they do it. So the only reason we was able to kill that guy, he had a gun. Although I don't know where the gun was, or maybe he didn't have a gun. Maybe it was a scientist that shot, not him, and he killed the scientist. Which would make a lot of sense. I just thought he had a gun because of the gunshot. And the scientist was dead. So there's a dead scientist. So the scientist is an NPC. And the fact that he was able to kill him. And then he obviously ran around, did all of the rounds. And then he went to the recycler. So I knew he was going to go to the recycler. Which is why I waited there for him. You could argue that I camped him. Which can be seen as a dirty tactic. But it's Rust. And this is Rust and how it's played, and this is the game. So I'm just having a look around with no gear. Just to see if that guy's around. Now that guy was obviously farming the area. I'm assuming he was probably familiar with the area. And I thought that he killed himself to go respawn at his base and to come back out again. Probably with some gear. And he might be looking for me right now. Or he might not, because it looks like he hasn't come back here. He hasn't. So brobanditcamp.com. That was his name. brobanditcamp.com. Alright, well he hasn't come back. I left some stuff to see if he would come back for it, and he hasn't, so... Alright. But in that case, we'll farm the area. We just have to be aware that that can happen to us. Alright, we're going to run up here. There's some barrels up here. Sometimes there's a box up here. So this is the ferry terminal. Every monument is different. There is a box here. These boxes are great. You're always going to get some good stuff. Look, we just got a shotgun. We just got a shotgun in there. So always great. Now you can climb up there. And get up there, but there's not really much you can do up there. But you can climb up there. Also, you can sometimes get tugboats. You can see a tugboat over there. That one's just part of the scenery. But in harbours and sometimes around the port areas, you'll find these boats that you can actually live on. You can put a door on it and you can live on it. You can actually live on the water. Sometimes there's a box in here. There's not one there now though. It's always worth checking. Okay, so we've got our bow and arrow. You get those headshots. And he was moving quite well. He knew how to play the game. But you get those headshots. And the advantage, you can normally kill someone. There is a barrel here. It's just very dark and we can't see it. Right, now I don't know where that guy is. That's an animal. We'll put all of this stuff here. We don't need any of that. That can all go in. And we need to keep an eye out. See, we do not want to let happen the same thing. Now that was just really unfortunate because we saw him. We kind of knew what he was going to do, so we were able to camp. So it's always good to check this spot here for a camper. I don't think he had any idea that I was in there. Like, even after I killed him, because he wasn't looking. We don't need that, that, or that. Actually, we don't need those two either. That can go, we don't want that, we don't want that. Now we do have armor on, which can protect us, and we are full health, so that's also a good thing. We'll keep moving around, and hopefully we don't get attacked, and if we do... Oh, the key is to try and kill the person before they kill us. Alright, so we're recycling everything that we don't need at the moment. I can hear footprints, but that sounds like an animal. Rather than a person. Alright. Let's go back home. So the shotgun's massive for us. If we can research that, and there is a research table in there, so if we have enough scrap, we don't have enough scrap at the moment, unfortunately. We need 75, or I think maybe 125. But if we can research that, that's a massive, massive win for us. So we'll put it home for now, and then later when we've got the scrap, we'll go to the research table. There's a research table in the ferry terminal there. You just have to go inside the main building, and it's before you go down the stairs. There's a whole... we're going to constantly have problems here. It's a bit dark, I can't see anything. Okay. I can't see a thing. All I can see is open or closed door, so... I don't know where my bed is or anything. I can't see anything. I don't have a Oh. I can make that. Perfect. Let's make that light. We have enough stuff on us to do that. That's handy. Right, that's going to take 10 more seconds. Right. Oh, there we go. There's the tool cupboard. All right, we found it. So that and that can go in there with that and that. All of that stuff. And the scrap. There's the fire. Great. Turn that on. Okay, we were there. Okay, now we can see. Alright, so the 2 guns that we've got, they're great. The mace, that's great as well. We want to research these 3 items. They're really big items. The rest of the stuff can be scrapped later. Yeah. The rest of the stuff can be scrapped later. So what we need to do now, we've got to the stage where all of our base is stone, but our doors are still wood. So we have a weakness, which is our doors. So we need to be able to deal with that. So the best way we can deal with that, let me just take all of this stuff, by the way, out of here. We just dumped all this in here earlier. We wasn't even paying attention to it. So now we can organise it all a bit better. Now we're not kind of rushing around. So that can all go in here. There we go. This food can kind of go in here. We've got our bandages on us, so that's great. We'll leave those there for now. We don't need that. Alright. So now we need to look at the other stuff that we can go and scrap. So we can scrap all of this. We don't need any of it. We can scrap that. We can also scrap that, that, and that. That can all go. This stuff we'll keep, because that can all come in handy at some point. In here, that can all go. That and that can go. Alright. Quite a bit of stuff that we can get rid of there. Also, they can go. We don't need them. We don't need that anymore. Well, we've got a sword instead now, so that's good. We've got enough food. So all of this stuff can be scrapped. So we can go and take that now. We'll turn that off. Alright. So we open this door. And there's constantly animals spawning here, which means we're always going to have to be killing them or getting killed. Especially at night when we can't see. So we're going to go down and scrap the rest of that stuff that we had. Now again, that person could be around here, or someone else could. We don't know. So we're always going to err on the side of caution. Okay, it's going to be daylight soon, which will be nice. Surviving our second night in Rust. Okay. So now the next thing that we're going to need are these. Alright, and it's daytime. Fantastic. We've done really well so far. But we want to keep this momentum. We don't want to lose it. So, you might struggle. It might be a bit harder for you as you're getting started. You might die a lot more. It might be a lot more frustrating. you always need to have your wits about you, and sometimes complacency is what really catches you out. You're so confident you've done something 100 times and no one's been there, and then all of a sudden you get shot from out of nowhere, and it can really ruin your day. Especially when you're staring inside a machine like that. You need to be in and out there as quick as you can. So the key to quickly loot, so you can loot multiple things at once, is the H key. So you hover over them and you press H. Now I've done a rebind of my key, so it's not H anymore. It's my mouse button on the side of my mouse. So I just press that, hover over the item, and it picks it all up like that. See? And we're done. Alright, let's head back. So many boars around here. It's like a boar spawn. Alright, there's some hemp here. We'll pick that up. Always take the cloth. Loads of trees, which is really nice. So we've always got wood if we need it. And that will come in handy when we want to expand our base. Now, right now, we don't need to expand our base. We just need to upgrade it. And then later we can look to expand it. But for now, the biggest weakness we have is if we could expand our base, and then the door. The door is the weakness. So we need a furnace. We've upgraded everything to stone. That was a great start. I'm just having a look around here. We actually need some more animals at the moment. That is something we need to do. Let's kill a couple more animals. So I was just seeing if there was any more boars around here. I think we got them all. Alright. So let's see if we can get this furnace going. Alright, now we've cleared everything out. Let's have a look at where we are. We've got nearly 600 cloth, which is great. We've got 143 scrap, which is great. We've got nearly 2,000 wood, which is great, and 1,000 stone. So we're in a really good place right now. We've got a lot of resources, but we do need to get some more. So in terms of the game, there are some core resources that you're going to notice. Wood, stone, metal fragments, and then high quality. This is the order of upgrading. You start with twig, you go from twig to wood, wood to stone, stone to sheet metal to armoured. That is the process, and these are the materials required. Then we have all the animal. So we have animal fat and cloth. So we can take the animal fat that we have and the cloth that we have, and we can start crafting. Press tab, go to crafting, common items, low grade fuel. We're going to craft as much as we can, which is 73. It's going to use up all of the animal fat and 73 of the cloth. Now, animal fat can't really be used for anything else, so this is great. Alright, so that's now been done. We can put the cloth back because we no longer need that, and we've got this low grade fuel. So with the low grade fuel, we can take that with some wood and with some stone, I believe. And we can now make ourselves a furnace. And a furnace is what we need to build. So if we look at crafting, and I believe it is items there. A furnace is 200 stone, 100 wood, and 50 low grade. So we can craft a furnace. So we're going to do that now. Shortly afterwards, we'll be able to craft another one. If we look inside our box here, we've got these metal fragments that we got from... These were what we got from the recycling. So we can use these to make a large wooden box. So we're going to go ahead and make a large wooden box. Also, we have enough metal fragments now to make our sheet metal door. We can also make a double sheet metal door. So we can do that for the both of those. Alright, fantastic. So far, we're on the stage to upgrading fully. We're going to have the sheet metal doors. The next thing we want to do is make code locks to replace the key locks. But that's fine. We don't need that just yet. We can do that a bit later. But we do want to make another furnace. So we can go ahead and make a second one of those. Alright. So far so good. So now we're making low grade. We've got no more animal fat left. We've used all of that up. We do need to get some more stone at some point, but we've got some stone and some wood. We've got everything that we need. We're in a great place. We also need to get now some metal ore. We've got some, but we're going to need some more. So 1 metal ore will turn into 1 metal frag. Great, so we've got 200 metal frags here. Plus the 50 we already have. It's going to give us a total of 250, which is going to be enough for what we need for this video. So we've upgraded to stone. That was important. We're still finishing off that low grade. In fact, for the purpose of crafting in this video, because we don't need this, we're going to cancel that low grade for now. We're going to get this stuff back in our inventory. And then it will move on to the next item. The reason we're going to do that is because the low grade, we can do that at any time. We can kill the animals, get the animal fat, get the cloth. And then the best and easiest way for us to get cloth is through hitting barrels, getting the tarp, the rope, and the sewing needle and the sewing kits, and then recycling them back down to cloth. That's the quickest and easiest way for us to get cloth. Alright, here's our first furnace. So we're going to stick that right in the corner of our base here. That's going to go right there. Now we're going to open this up. We're going to take out this. We can split this into 2. So we're going to go 100. We're going to go 50 in here and 50 in here. We do need to take out some wood, so we'll take out some wood. And for now, we're just going to put 100 wood in here. And we turn that on. So now the furnace is going. And that is going to cook up this. We'll get charcoal as an output. And we're going to get the metal frags as well. So right now, we have cooked up. We've done that twice, and it's used up 6. So for 2, it uses up 6. Well, sorry, no, for 4, it uses up 6. So we've done 4, but it's used 6, right? And that's only done 2 out of each of those. So to burn 2 of these, it uses up, because you've got to think we've done this twice, right? So it uses up, to burn 2 of these, it uses up 6. So 1 for 3. So 1 bit of wood gives us 3 of these. I've got 50 of that, which means I need 150 wood in here in total to be able to... There we go. To do 50 of these. So 50 of these will be 150 wood. So now that is going to use all of the wood. It's going to burn this, and it's going to give us our output, which is great. But we also have another furnace that we're actually building. So we'll be able to use that as well. So the way that we're going to do this now is we want to take everything out of this box. We'll take the hammer that we have. Okay. And then using the hammer, if we press E, we hold it. Oh, sorry. We have to unlock it first, and we have to remove the lock, and then we can pick it up. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here. Now there's a few things that we can get rid of, like these. And from there, there's a couple of things that we're going to want to drop on the floor here, so we'll just drop those down on the floor for a minute, just for a minute. Pick those up. Take the lock off. Pick it up. Pick the box up. And now we've got this new box that we can put down. Okay? So this new box, we're going to put here like so. Right now, we can dump all of this stuff in this box. There's a lot more space. You can pick all this up. So we've gone from having 2 boxes that had a little bit of storage each to having these big boxes. We can take the other furnace out. And we can put that furnace in here as well. That will go right there next to the first one. Like so. And then what we can do is take out this box here. And this box will fit perfectly there. There we go. Now we have everything we need in here. This is a very cozy little 1x1 with everything that we need in it. So we'll take out the wood that we had here. We'll take out the rest of the ore that we had. I'm sure we put somewhere. There we go. So that can go in there, 50 and 50. And we need 150 wood that we know of. And that we can leave that now and that will burn all the way through. Perfect. We can take the metal frags out that we've got available. There's 100 metal frags. We can make ourselves a code lock. Alright, we can open this door. Make sure we close this door. We don't want to get caught out. We're going to wait for the code lock, which is 20 seconds, by the way. So we're going to wait for that. And also, a good opportunity right now is we'll do this one while we wait. So we'll unlock this door. We'll remove the lock. We'll remove the door. And we'll put the metal one on in its place. Okay, and then we're going to get this code lock. There we go. Code lock's on. Change the lock. We've set the lock, and now we have this metal door. Right, but the problem is now our building is decaying, and the reason is we now need metal frags because of our door. There we go, we're now protected. So because we have a metal door, we also, it says we need wood, 33 wood. But that is because of this door. So if we were to close this, and remove this door, remove the lock, we need to open the door, make sure this is where we could end up getting killed, so we've got to be very careful. Put this on, and then put that on. So now we're secured, but we still want to get a key lock. But it does mean that it says right now we need... Oh, it's because we've got the step. So the step outside is actually what is using up 3 wood. And that's fine, though. That really doesn't matter. 3 wood a day, we can live with that. This one is almost finished. We're getting our metal frags here. This one as well is going through. So we still need some more metal frags. But that is going to allow us to go through. So what we'll do, we'll head back down. We're going to take with us a sword. Actually, no, we'll take with us a sword, a bow, and we'll take with us our half of our arrows. Perfect. We'll take these locks because we don't need those locks anymore, so we can recycle those, recycle the box, and recycle those. So all of that can be recycled. We no longer need it. We want to keep the hammer in here. So we'll do that. That's just gone out. Oh, there's 5 left, so we were very close. But it did go out, so we'll just finish that off. So if you see in the chat there, someone just said, anyone want a free base with a load of loot? That could be a trap, but it could be genuine. Someone might just be literally quitting the game. Loads of people are like, sure. Can give you kind of a head start. Oh, there you go. People are bagged in. So there you go. Someone's just got a new base. We don't want to do that because that will kind of defeat the purpose of creating this content for you. So we're going to continue to grind. Alright, we can turn this off now. It's done. But what we can do in its place is we have this sulfur. So now what we can do is put the sulfur in here. And we can start turning this sulfur ore into sulfur. We can make 1 more key lock. Put the rest of this back. And we're good. So now we're going to wait for that code lock, which is about 20 seconds out, and it's finished. This one's almost done. We're just going to let these finish as well. So we need to find ourselves, ideally, and we're going to take a pick with us. If we can find ourselves some nodes, we'll pick them. That'll be great. Otherwise, everything else can kind of just stay there for now. And we have our upkeep in our base is 12 hours. It's now 15 hours. So we need more metal frags to be able to get more uptime in our base. Alright, the code lock is ready, so let's go. We'll take this one off. Remove it from the door. Oh, we didn't want to do that in case someone was there. That would have been embarrassing. You've got to make sure when you do this, you lock it straight away. Otherwise, someone else could lock it and you could end up griefed inside your base. Just bear these things in mind. They're all important. Alright. We're kind of good to go. So now we're going to find some more nodes. We're going to go back down. We're going to rinse and repeat. So we're going to keep going down, farming these crates, salvaging the stuff that we need to, and coming back. And that's really going to be the basis of what we do at the moment. Now there's a sulfur node there. There's an animal there. We don't really care for the animal much, to be honest, at the moment. There is a base there, though, which I am interested in, I'll be honest. There's a crate up there. We'll go and get these crates. It's nice that there's a pylon here. So we can take our sword, hit these, and one hit and that's dead. Which is lovely. Much, much quicker and easier for us. So a sword is very good for us to break these barrels. Especially these ones. Oh, actually it takes 2 hits for this. So it's 1 hit on the beige, but 2 hits on these. And that is because if you look at the damage it does 50 damage. Or if you look at the mace actually does 60 damage. Right, so... Hold on. Oh, we're going to go up here, so... Wait, what? How do we get up there, then? Or do we actually need to go up there? Oh, I think... we're meant to be able to run up there, but because it's glitched, it's actually in the... interesting. So we should actually be able to climb up the side of that in a normal situation. Because it's glitched into the side of the mountain, looks like we're going to have to run up this way to get there. That is a sulfur node. We don't need it. Also, there's a zip line on the top that will take us all the way down over there, which across the water, which is lovely. If we want to do it, this is a nice map. Very nice map. So now we're actually at the top. It's a lot easier actually. There's a crate there, so we can open that. Climb up one more. And then we have this box as well, so we can take that. Now we could zip line our way down. If we use a zip line, then we can jump and we're off. Right, we want to go down here. We're just going to check the area as we do this. Now remember, we still need some nodes as well. There is some here. So we'll pick this up. That is some sulfur. Constantly hearing footprints, but it's all these animals. Alright, the blue one as well. I don't think this will go in one hit. No. So that takes 2 hits. Okay, there's a car over here. Hopefully there's no scientist. The scientists don't always spawn, just sometimes. Okay, grab that. So, even though the ferry terminal is the same, all of the surrounding areas, the power station, whether it's the pylon, all of this is procedurally generated. So, the next time you come here, the ferry terminal will always be the same on a different map, but the surrounding areas could be totally different. Alright. I like the fact that Lorenzo just said that they're new to the game. And I'm actually making a guide for people who are new to the game right now. Okay, so this is a really good location. Sometimes armor military crates can spawn here. But we get crates sometimes spawning on there. That could be a military crate, or it could just be a big crate like we just saw there. Here's a military crate. So we're going to take this. This is a strengthened glass window. That's a really good item, which we should research. But for now, we're just going to... We've got to recycle a lot of stuff at the moment because we're not ready for that stuff. But that strengthened glass We're not going to get that until a tier 2 workbench. And we're just not there yet, so... We have to be prepared to... let's just actually go and check it out. So in here, this is the research table. So I could put this in here. It's going to cost... It's a workbench level 2. But I could research this and learn it if I wanted to. So any of these items that I wanted to, I could put the scrap in there, spend the scrap to research that item. As soon as I've researched it, I can craft it. It's as simple as that. Alright, here we go. That. We'll keep the bear rug, because we definitely need a bear rug in our base. The pipes are used to make guns, but we're not making the guns just yet, so we don't need the pipes. Okay, so you always get 2 scrap and then 1 other item. So the scrap, we're just gradually building it up. We don't actually need any low grade anymore, so I'm not even going to bother wasting my time grabbing that. Nothing. Sometimes crates spawn in the back of that. There's always 2 red barrels there. Here there's normally blue and beige barrels. Inside here, there's normally barrels, sometimes 1, sometimes more. There's a repair bench that you can use to repair your items if you need to. And then as we come out the back here, the ferry terminal, sometimes down here, yep, there's a crate there. Oh, shotgun trap, that is massive. Definitely want to go and research that. We can put that in the base, and then anyone decides to try and grief us, they're going to get met with a shotgun in the face. So a quick way to go in is through here. And we're inside. Alright, so this is a shotgun trap. Oh no, oh no, it's not. It's an RF receiver. That's my bad. My mistake. My mistake. I just looked at it very quickly and it looked like a shotgun trap to me. Alright, we can take this stuff out. We can recycle all this stuff that we don't need. Take the stuff that we do. We're going to keep that, keep that. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that. We'll get rid of that, get rid of that. And that. And that. We'll get rid of that. And that. This is either good or bad. That was good for us. Cool. Stuff will respawn. So it's worth keeping an eye on it. We don't have an oil refinery yet, so we're not able to do anything with the crude oil, but later we will. There's a person. Hit him. I think that killed him. Oh, I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill you. I just don't want you to kill me. I can pick you up. Oh, wait, I'll pick you up.
I have nothing. I appreciate it.
No, I'm sorry, mate.
It's fine, it's fine. Just think me.
Sorry, mate. I just don't want to die. Okay. So I feel bad that we killed that guy, although it was a good shot. Good practice. We just get rid of those 2 things and that. So summon kits are the best. Yeah, so if we look at these, look how much cloth we get from one of these. Look, so we get 20 cloth, but we get rope as well, and then the rope. We just put in 4 foot of rope there. We're going to keep some as well. But 4 foot of rope is another 60 cloth. Oh, we've got 2 bear rugs. All right. We don't want both of them, so. So the guy that was running by, that Ash guy, he seemed quite nice. Some people are. Some people are nice. I mean, I didn't want to kill him, but you know, if it's kill or be killed. Sometimes it's better to disarm people, make sure they haven't got anything on them, and then pick them up and help them. You can always press E and hold E on a player to help them up, to pick them up. So, sometimes it's not about killing them, it's just about protecting yourself. Okay. Back to the base we go. We've got everything that we need. So we're not going to use the sword, although the sword's pretty cool. We're actually going to... We're going to change it. We're actually going to use instead the mace. And the reason for that is because the mace can open any barrel with 1 swing. Now it takes a while to swing. There's a bit of like a build up to the animation. So you swing as you're running towards the barrel and it will work. Alright. So we have loads of scrap now. We have some low grade. We have our cloth. We have that. And we have a nice rug as well that we're able to put down, maybe somewhere in the near future. Because right now, there's kind of nowhere for it to go. It can kind of live there. Alright, cool. That can all stay there. We're protected. We're good. We've got some wood to go in there as well. That can go in there. There's loads of stuff we don't need. We don't need that. We don't need that. We've got our tools. We've got some food. All the good stuff we're going to need. We'll take with us some of those. We'll swap out the mace for the sword for now. We'll plant those outside. Alright, there's nothing in there, that's good. Alright, so the only other thing we need to do at this point, we've upgraded the base, we've done everything that we needed to do. The only other thing we need to do at this point is consider the next progression. Everything that we've crafted so far has been without the need of a workbench. The next logical progression that we would need to make within this game is to construct a workbench. And so for that, I don't even know where it is, it's there. A workbench level 1. So this requires 50 scrap, 100 metal fragments, and 500 wood. So I'm pretty sure we've got that. Let's just check. 500 wood, yep. The metal fragments, yep. And the scrap. So we put it in our inventory. And now we can go ahead and craft our tier 1 or a level 1 workbench. We'll put the rest of it back because we don't need it now. And now we've got this workbench. So the problem we're going to have is where do we put this workbench right now? We're kind of running out of room. So I can now pick up, well, I can use the hammer. And the hammer I can use to pick up this furnace. So I need to take this stuff out, but I can pick this up. Also this, we don't need it anymore. So it's time for this to go. We can't pick this up. We need to destroy it. But that's now been destroyed. Okay, we've now got our tier 1 workbench. And that will actually fit. We might need to just climb up on top of this. Oh, it's going to be a little bit of a... There we go. There is our tier 1 workbench. So now we've got one furnace. We'll put the other furnace in here for now. We'll use it later. But now we've upgraded and we now have our tier 1 workbench. Now, as long as we're in the area, if I move back, if I move back here, if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, it doesn't say anything. But if I come inside, it says workbench level 1. I can use this and I can now craft anything in the tech tree. So if I open up the tech tree, what I'm going to see here, these are all of the items for the tier 1 workbench. So let's have a very quick look through these. So the first thing I have to do is I have to research these. Now if I have the item itself, I can take it to a research station with the amount of scrap required, and I can research it. Or I can progress through the tree. So if I had, for example, which I do, the water pipe shotgun, which is here, it would cost me a total of 470 scrap to get to this, because I would have to research everything before it. Or I can take the one that I have to a research station now, and I can research it with 75 scrap, and I'll learn it and I can craft it straight away. So I've already unlocked the water pipe shotgun, even without having all that scrap. So this is how I'm getting an early start. Now I can use that water pipe shotgun. People that are running around with a wooden spear and a stone and a rock, if I'm running around with a water pipe shotgun, I can kill them very, very quickly. And then I'm going to be able to take their gear and scale and snowball. And that is what a lot of players do in this game at the early days. And that is why it's crazy on wipe day. Now, we don't have to worry about this. We're more of a casual player. So understanding what the other players do, that's one thing, that's fine. But, and we might want to play and experience with that in the future. But for now, we just want to enjoy the game. So we have to look at these different tech trees. So there's 4 of them. So let's start on the right-hand side. So this is going to be a switch. We could unlock this switch for 20 scrap. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Take the scrap out. We'll go into the workbench. And we can research this. It's going to cost us 20 scrap. We unlock it. And now we can build it. And also it's unlocked the next item, which is a battery. So I can go ahead and I can unlock a battery. Next we have a solar panel. So I can unlock a solar panel. I go ahead and unlock that with the scrap that I have. So now I can put a solar panel on the roof with a battery. And if I do this, I can have a light. I'm also going to need a root combiner, because that is going to allow me to combine the solar panel. But I have a solar panel now. The solar panel will be able to go into a battery. The battery will be able to connect to a switch. I can put a light in the house. And now when it's dark, I don't have to mess about with a fire. I could literally just put a lamp. And let me just see if I can do this. If I craft a light. 50 metal fragments. Okay. Well, I just so happen to have those. So we're going to craft a light. We're also going to craft a switch. Okay. We'll put the rest of the stuff back because we don't need it at the moment. Just using this as an example. I'll put the food back in there as well. And the hammer can go in there. Okay. So now I need to get more metal frags. So for that, I'll need more ore. But I can actually at the moment, I can do the sulfur. So let's take that out. We'll put that in instead. Turn that on. And now we have this light. So I put the light here in the room. Ready? Now we have a light. So now we have a light in the room. But the light's not obviously attached to anything at the moment. So it won't work. What we need to do is attach it to the battery. But at the moment, we can't craft the battery. Because to craft a battery, we need 5 oh, actually, no, maybe we can. Yeah, we've got the high quality metal, look. We're going to craft a battery and we're going to craft a wire tool. So the wire tool we only have to craft once. There's also a pipe tool and a hose tool. So those are the things that we can craft. Pipe tool is also going to take up some of that as well. And the hose tool. Now we don't need those right now, but I'm just going to show you them so you can see them. So the pose tool, this is a tool used to make fluid connections between objects. Aim at an object, click an input-output handle, and then click on another object. So this is for water. Now you're thinking, with pipes. There we go. So those two go together. This one is a tool used to make connections between electrical objects. Aim at an object and click an input-output handle. You can then click on another object. All right. So what we're going to do here right now, because we've got the battery. Oh, we didn't craft the battery, did we? Why not? What was the reason behind the battery? 5 high quality metal. Okay. I thought we was crafting it, but obviously I made a mistake. Right, so these go into the upkeep, into the tool cupboard. So that's fine. So I can put a switch. Let's kind of want to move that rug now. I put the rug there. Didn't quite think that through. So let's just remove the rug for a minute. I still want the rug on the wall. Just don't know which wall. So no, he's not going to fit. Oh, here he is. He'll fit just there. Rah. So his head's sticking outside. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put a switch, and the switch is going to go on the wall just here. Okay? We've also got a battery. So we're going to put the battery down, but the battery's going to live. There's nowhere really else for the battery to live at the moment, so the battery's going to have to live, unfortunately, just here. Okay, so there's the battery. So what we're now going to do is we're going to use this power tool, okay? And we want to connect the power out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect this. So that's going to go from there. We're going to connect it to the wall. We're going to go up there so it's nice and clean and tidy. Then we're going to come across to here. So again, it's nice and clean and tidy. And then we're going to come across to here to power in. Okay? So now we have power in from there. But the problem with that... Oh. Now I just need to remove this. There we go. So now I can remove it. Now the only problem with that is I don't want it to go into there because it has to come into here. Okay? So this is going to be the ability to turn it on. So this is the output. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to connect this to here. I'm sorry, to there. There's an unlimited amount of this. So that's going to go to there. And then this is going to be the input. So here we have power out of the battery, which is going to go up to here. And then that's going to come across to here. So now what we've done is we have from the battery, it comes up to here, a switch that we use to turn the light on. So let's test that out, shall we? We turn it on and we have power. And if we use the electric tool, we can hover over the battery and we can see there, there's no charge left. We have a max output of 15 and a capacity of 36. So if we turn this on and we watch this, the light will start to drain the battery. So we need to charge the battery. And that means that we're going to need a solar panel. So it also tells us, if we turn this on, 17 minutes, well down to 11 minutes now. We've got 11 minutes of battery left. So we don't want to waste that. What we want to do is, as soon as we can, get ourselves a solar panel. So that we can recharge this battery. But the really cool thing about this is at night, if it's dark in here, we just turn the lights on. And so now we can start to see how we can use electricity inside our base and the potential future as we start to expand. The furnaces at the moment that we have are basic furnaces that require wood. In the future, we'll be able to use electric stoves, electric furnaces. We'll be able to use automations. We can use conveyor belts to automatic. We can automate an entire base. We can make this so that it takes resources from the box and puts it in the furnace. And once it's finished, it puts it back in the box. We can automate that entire setup. And there's a lot of fun in that when you're building your base. So the base building and the base design aspect of this, you could go into a modded server with no PvP and just enjoy the base building aspect of this game on its own. And I kind of wanted you to see that at the end of this video to inspire you to think about this game as not just a way to kill people. I mean, sure, that's fun and you can do that, but there's just so much more to this game. And yeah, we're going to discover that and we're going to keep going in future videos. So that's it for this video. We've successfully done a lot more than intended. The battery and the upgrades were a nice additional extra to the end there. But we now have a pretty solid base that for anyone to raid this, it is going to cost them explosives. And people aren't going to have the explosives at the very start of the server. At the end, of course they will. a couple of rockets and they're in. But at the start, no one's really going to want to waste rockets to get into this base. It's not really worth it. So chances are you probably won't get raided. And if you do, they'll come through this door. And then they'll find they'll have to break through this door. So we do want to expand. And that is the next thing that we're going to do, is expand our base. But for that, we're going to need some more wood and some more stone. So in the next video, we're going to go and gather some more resources. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.